The starting point of the book is that a woman who runs a shop in the Midlands is visited by an ex-boyfriend who she doesn't recognise because she hasn't seen him for such a long time. But they have a friendly chat, and then off he goes. And it's only after he leaves that she looks him up on the internet, Googles him, and finds his obituary, and finds out that he's actually dead. And she has no idea what's happened. What on earth has gone on? And assumes that perhaps he's run away from his family or something. But then he comes back, and the next time he comes, he leaves a USB stick inadvertently behind, and the contents of the USB stick is his account of his life after death. It's the what, why, and how of his continued existence in another body. The seed of the book is one of the things that I quote as an epigraph. It's a line from Milton where he says, books are not dead things, but do contain, as in a vial, the purest efficacy of the living intellect that bred them. Is Milton saying that books are magic. Books are a kind of vessel of a person's consciousness. And that's always struck me as broadly true about books, that they are a way for us to communicate with the dead, and they are a way for us to inhabit other bodies and to be inhabited by other souls. And Strange Bodies is, in a way, a more literal application of those ideas. And I've formalised that transfer using a secret Soviet technology that builds on Milton's insights. And it's actually something that I've made up. But since we're talking about the former Soviet Union, almost nothing you can make up is weirder than the truth. And there was indeed in 19th century Russia a man called Nikolai Fyodorov, who was a philosopher and a biologist who believed in the possibility of human immortality. And he actually did have adherents who were active in the Soviet Union in the early part of the 20th century. So it's not completely divorced from reality. The protagonist of the novel, Nicholas Slopen, is an academic, and he's called upon to authenticate some letters by Samuel Johnson, ostensibly because a very wealthy American collector wants to add them to his collection, wants to find out if they are the real thing. So Nicky goes along with the meeting because he's skint and looks at the letters, and his blink is that they probably are real, but he's a very conscientious academic, and he decides he wants to see the originals. And it's that conscientiousness and that persistence which draws him into this conspiracy, which is ultimately going to have fatal and metaphysical consequences for him. You know, at the heart of the book, there's this thing called the Malevin procedure, which is a way of projecting a person's consciousness beyond their natural lifespan and beyond the vessel which created them. And it's something I was interested in for lots of reasons, but I'm both the inventor and the strongest critic of the Malevin procedure, because I think it treats human beings in kind of a reductive and literal-minded way. I'm not sure that I am a unitary self. I know that I do inhabit one body, and I'm therefore an individual, i.e. can't be divided any further. But whether I'm the same person I was when I was 5, or even last year, or the same person I was before I gave up smoking, it's not clear to me that these are obvious things. And yet there are present-day adherents of the idea of humans trying to achieve immortality, who are right now doing their best to live a little bit longer in the hope that technology will finally catch up with their fantasies and allow them to live forever, who believe that there's a unitary self that would make sense projected into another body or eternalized in some kind of electronic upload. It's not clear to me that they are, but I don't believe that's going to stop them trying.